Jumpstart friends, it's Miss Sophia, and me and all of my Jumpstart friends are back from our break, and we are going to start making our videos again for you guys. We are so excited to start making them again. So friends, this week we are reading a brand new book, and this book is called Matthew and Tilly. So it's about two friends, and we learn about all the things that they do together, and we just talk about them and their friendship. It's so much fun, guys, and you're going to be reading that with Miss Daniela today. So friends, before we get started, I know that we have a few expectations that we need to follow to make sure that we have the most fun that we can have at Jumpstart. So friends, I know before we had our Jumpstart song, and it was our expectation song that told us everything that we needed to make sure we were doing. But friends, I know it's been a little while, so let's review all of the things that we need to do to make sure we have the best time at Jumpstart. So we need to make sure we're keeping our hands to ourselves. We need to make sure we're using our inside voices if we're responding to me or any of my Jumpstart friends. We need to make sure that we're going to use our walking feet if we have to get up and go anywhere. We're going to make sure that we make good choices that make us happy, that make our teachers happy, and our friends and our family happy. We're going to make sure that we respect everyone, whether they're talking and we're not talking when they're talking, or if somebody else has a question, letting them ask that question. And friends, we are going to have so much fun in all of our Jumpstart time. So let's sing our expectation song together and remember all of our expectations. So we keep our hands to ourselves, inside voices, walking feet, make good choices, respect everyone, and still have fun. Okay, friends, that was so much fun, and now you are going to be able to start reading with Miss Daniela.
Hello everybody, it's Miss Nani, and today we're going to be reading Matthew and Tilly. Matthew and Tilly are about these friends who like to spend time together, but they end up getting angry with each other. So let's talk about together. Together means to be with someone else. So can you think of some times when you were together with someone? I think a good example would be the classroom, because in the classroom, we're sitting together with our classmates, we're learning together with our classmates, and soon we're going to be reading together with each other. So let's look at Matthew and Tilly and the cover page. Let's look at the picture. What do you think Matthew and Tilly like to do together? They probably like to play together. Now, playing together can be so fun, but it also can be hard. And it's hard for Matthew and Tilly at some point. But it's always important to remember to apologize to each other and listen to each other, so we're able to enjoy each other's company once again.
Hello, Jumpstart friends. Miss Daniela here, and today we're going to be reading a new book. This book is called Matthew and Tilly, and it was written by Rebecca C. Jones, which means that she wrote all the words that we will be seeing today in the story. And it is illustrated by Beth Peck, which means that she drew all the pretty pictures that we will be seeing. And as we can see on the cover here, we have Tilly over here and Matthew, and they are in windows right next to each other. Maybe they're neighbors or just really good friends, and we'll find out. Matthew and Tilly were friends. So here they are standing side by side on the sidewalk, and they are sharing an umbrella with each other. They rode bikes together and they played hide and seek together. So they're on their bikes and they decided to play hide and seek. We can see that by Tilly being over here, hiding behind the wall while Matthew is trying to find her. They sold lemonade together. When business was slow, they played sidewalk games together. So there's a sidewalk game of hopscotch, and they're selling lemonade to the people who are walking by. And sometimes they eat ice cream cones together. So they are at the store eating ice cream, having a lovely time. What are some things that you guys like to do with your friends? I like doing that too. Once they even rescued a lady's kitten from a tree together. So here is Matthew up on the ladder, giving the kitten over here to Tilly. And they rescued the cat, which means they saved it from any danger or harm. The lady gave them money for the bubblegum machines. So later, they chewed gum together and remember how brave they had been. So the lady was very appreciative for them saving her cat, so she gave them money in return. They were brave or not afraid to get the cat from the tree. Sometimes, though, Matthew and Tilly got sick of each other. One day when they were coloring, Matthew broke Tilly's purple crayon. He didn't mean to, but he did. So here they are sitting on the stairs, and he must have broken her crayon right on them. "You broke my crayon," Tilly said in her crabbiest voice. "It was an old crayon," Matthew said in his grouchiest voice. "It was ready to break." "No, it wasn't," Tilly said. "It was a brand new crayon and you broke it. You always break everything." "Stop being so picky," Matthew said. "You're always so picky and stinky and mean." "Well, you're so stupid," Tilly said. "You're so stupid and stinky and mean." So from this, we get to see that Matthew is higher up on the stairs while Tilly is on the ground. And this was not a nice interaction between friends, so they must have been very mad at each other. Matthew stumped up the stairs by himself. Stomping is when you hit your feet down hard while walking. This shows that he was mad towards the situation. Tilly found a piece of chalk and began drawing numbers and squares on the sidewalk by herself. She was by herself without Matthew. She might have been sad because she misses her friend that usually plays with her. Upstairs, Matthew got out his cash register and some cans so he could play store. He piled the cans extra high and he put prices on everything. This was the best store he had ever made, probably because that picky and stinky and mean old Tilly wasn't around to mess it up. But he didn't have a customer, and playing store wasn't much fun without one. So here we get to see him just by himself playing store with the register over here. And he usually plays with Tilly, and he might be sad too because he doesn't have his friend Tilly. Tilly finished drawing the numbers in squares. She drew them really big with lots of squiggly lines. This was the best sidewalk game she had ever drawn, probably because that stupid and stinky and mean old Matthew wasn't around to mess it up. But she didn't have anyone to play with, and a sidewalk game wasn't much fun without another player. So Tilly is playing by herself, and they're playing separate games just by themselves because they are mad at each other. Do you guys think that they will talk it out? Forgive each other? We'll see soon. Matthew looked at the window and wondered what Tilly was doing. Tilly looked up at Matthew's window and wondered what he was doing. She smiled, just a little. That was enough for Matthew. "I'm sorry," he called. "So am I," said Tilly. So as we see here, she's on the ground over here, and he is up on the window. And they were forgiving of each other for the crayon. Forgiving means that they stopped feeling angry towards the other person. And Matthew ran downstairs so that they could play. They look so happy now that they are not mad at each other, and they get to play together again. Together again. Together is to meet with someone else, and in this case, Matthew and Tilly were together as friends so that they could play games together again. I hope you guys enjoyed that story. Bye. Ah. Of course.